in example 2, we're going to look at, well, imaginary numbers, but they're considered complex numbers if they have an imaginary and a real part. The standard form of how to write a complex number is always the real number first and the imaginary number second. We're going to do some operations with them. Adding them, it's pretty simple. You just think about it as combining like terms. It's as if the I is an X and you're combining like terms with algebraic expressions. So let's take a look. So you're adding together the real parts. They grouped it together separately. I mean, you don't have to write this all out. This is kind of how you just think about it in your head. But the 4 and the negative 11 get grouped because the real numbers get added together. They're the like terms, right? And then the imaginary numbers of negative 7i and positive 9i, they get grouped together. And you end up with negative 7 plus 2i. What is the difference between these two? The only difference between adding and subtracting, I would add an extra step in. What I would do is write it out. I'll write it out as subtraction, number 1. And then what I would do is distribute the negative sign into what you're subtracting. So essentially it's minus 2, and then minus a negative 5i becomes plus 5i. Then you're just combining like terms again. So you're grouping the real numbers together, you're grouping the imaginary numbers together, and what you end up with is 4 plus 13i. And you don't have to write all this out. I mean, this is certainly simple enough to kind of work out. I would write out the distributing the negative sign in step. I probably wouldn't be writing this myself, but you certainly can if that's a step that you'd like to do. All right, same deal. Pause here. I'll work them out, and then you can check your answers. So with the first one, really it's just combining like terms. Negative 4 and negative 2 make negative 6. 6i and negative 9i make, that's wrong. Let's fix that. That should be negative 3i. All right, and then for part B, where you're subtracting, I would distribute the negative sign in. So minus negative 4 is plus 4, minus positive I is minus I. And now 3 and 4 combine to 7, negative 2i and negative I combine to negative 3i. All right, let's take a look at example 3.